Hi, assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome back to my channel. After I posted my last video on fungal acne on Instagram, I asked my followers there on Instagram, if you are following me, whether they wanted to see a makeup haul video or not, and I got a lot of yes in return. So here I am doing it for you guys. And because all of the brands that I'm gonna mention today are all international brands, I decided to do this video full English, and I know a lot of you guys like it when I do full English video. The products, the makeup that I'm gonna be sharing today, I bought since my birthday on last November until like a couple weeks ago. I have tried all of them, so it's like gonna be just like I'm pulling products and showing it to you guys, but I can also share like real review on each and every single one of them. So without further ado, let's get it started. I'm gonna start with a mini haul that I got as a birthday present from my husband. I got two palettes. Let's start with the first one that I like better, and I'm talking about the Anastasia Beverly Hills Sultry palette. I'm such a huge fan of eyeshadow palettes that have gray, silver, and black eyeshadow. So when I saw this palette and I saw like the silver, the gray, and the black together, I was like, was this made for me? Like, I knew I had to have this palette. So I really love this palette. A lot of the latest makeup looks that I post on my Instagram for the eye makeup are created with this palette. Compared to Modern Renaissance, in my opinion, the Sultry palette has way less fallout, way less kickback. The colors layer together very well. They're blendable, nicely pigmented, but in my opinion, Modern Renaissance is slightly better pigmentation and also more buttery. It's still very nice in quality, and I do love this palette. The second item from my birthday mini haul was this Morphe palette. And to be exact, it's the Lo-Fi 8L Highlight and Contour Palette. This is obviously not new, and this was the palette that they launched with Laura Lee. So the reason why I bought this palette was because at the time I was looking for a new contour and highlight palette, something a bit bigger with more options, but I didn't want to buy something that is too expensive, so I decided to buy this palette. So this palette has 3 matte contour shades, 1 matte highlight shade, and 4 shimmery highlights. And I really have to tell you that I hate this palette. I really regret getting this palette. The reason being, they feel so dry on the pen and they feel so dry applied on the skin. The pigmentation from the matte shades they're okay, but like overall quality for me is just like pretty underwhelming. I think I'm gonna have to say that I won't be getting anything from Morphe for a while. So let's move to the second haul, which I got a few days before New Year's Eve. So I bought a bunch of items from the Balm, also something from Stila and Huda Beauty. Let's start with the Balm products. The first one is this Even Steven foundation. Look at that cute packaging. So I've been eyeing this foundation. I think I've been constantly looking for a new foundation because I think for now, for the past year, I only have 2-3 foundations that I can confidently wear without having to worry about it breaking me out. I read the ingredients list. It looked pretty safe for my skin, so I decided to get this. This is very small. You can smaller less than a cushion foundation where you will already get, you know, like half amount of a regular foundation. This is a matte foundation with a mousse texture. I have to say the texture is very comfortable. This is not, you know, one of those annoying matte foundations that are hard to work with. Unfortunately, I got a couple of spots after like a couple of uses, so this just didn't work for me. But the second item that I bought from the Balm, which is the Balm Beach blush, I really do love this one. As you can see, the shade is pretty unique. This is not a pink blush, not a mauve blush. This is not a peach, and definitely not an orange blush, but this is like in my opinion, this is a pinky beige blush. I really do like this blush. I think this works very well if you want to do like a natural makeup look, or when you're doing like a very strong eye makeup and you want something soft on your cheeks. This is a matte blush. This is what I have on over some cream blush. So I love this blush, and this has been the blush that I put on my makeup bag for the past month or so, and I really do recommend this. The last Balm item that I got was this Foiled Again eyeshadow palette. You know, again with the Balm, the packaging is always very cute. You have like your staple matte shades in the bottom here, and the rest are colorful, fun, yet very wearable, shimmery and metallic shades. I really have to say I was a bit, just a little bit disappointed with this palette, because I think most of the metallic colors feel pretty dry and pretty hard on the pen. This is actually the eyeshadow that I have on. I have this periwinkle shade on my lid over here, and also this metallic black on the corners, and I really blend them. As you can see, the result is very sultry, is very beautiful. But I wish that the texture, especially with the metallic colors, will be more buttery, a bit more pigmented, because with the metallic colors, I really feel that I have to wet my brush just a little bit. I do like this eyeshadow palette. It's not like I really like it, it's not like I love it, but I don't hate this palette. To compare, I regret getting this Morphe palette, and I do not regret this. So along with those items from the Balm, I grabbed a couple of items, mini items from Huda Beauty and Stila. So here in Indonesia, it's very common for online shops, as in independent online shops, to sell items from a set as individual items. And that's the case with these two products that I buy. The first one is Huda Beauty Liquid Matte Lipstick in the color Wifey. As you can tell, I am more of a gloss girl, but I have to say that Huda Beauty makes one of the most comfortable textures out there in terms of liquid matte lipstick. This is my second Huda Beauty liquid matte lipstick. So the shade Wifey itself is a light to medium nude shade with a cool undertone with a gray touch to it. I've been really into cool tone eyeshadows and cool tone lip colors, so I decided to get this, and I've been really liking this. I have to say, this is not a lipstick that you can wear. You know, sometimes you just want to go out real quick. You just want to do a simple look with your base, some lipstick and mascara, and in my opinion, this is not a lipstick for a minimal look. This looks better when you have like a full face of makeup, at least with like a little color on your cheeks, and also maybe like a little stronger eye makeup. I really do recommend them if you haven't tried any of Huda Beauty liquid mattes. And finally, I decided to try this hit item from Stila, the Glitter and Glow Liquid Eyeshadow in the shade Diamond Dust. This is, you know, because a lot of people get Kitten, one of those, you know, very wearable shades, but I decided to get this, which is like this. I don't know if you can see that. This is like a very beautiful silver white glitter. This is what I have on over that shimmery shade from the Balm. I wanted to get this shade because I thought this would look very pretty over very light eyeshadow, or over, you know, some black eyeshadow. I thought it would look very dramatic, and yeah, I've been really liking this item, this shade in particular. So a couple of days after I received that last haul, Fenty Beauty Fussy Lip Gloss arrived. I was pretty excited to try this. I like wearing the original Fenty Beauty gloss worn alone or over some nude lipstick only. And I thought Fussy would be like the pink version of the original gloss. What I have on over some baby pink lipstick. So when worn alone, this one is kind of like disappear with my natural lip color. But if you have tried the previous glosses from Fenty Beauty and you enjoy the texture and the applicator, you might want to try this one. But I still like the original gloss better. And the last items that I'm gonna share are from a haul that my husband got me after a business trip to Bangkok. He got me a bunch of sleek makeup and also this matte Hippie vitamin A serum. He got me the sleek items from the Eve and Boy store. I always visit that store whenever I go to Bangkok, and I do have like a special memories with sleek makeup because this was like one of the very first brands of makeup my husband ever got me when he was still my boyfriend. I remember like almost a decade ago he bought me my very first sleek palette. This like the one looking exactly like this from Amazon. Let's start with the item that didn't work for me. And I'm talking about this sleek Lifeproof foundation. I read a lot of great reviews about this foundation. It's demi matte foundation with a nice medium to full coverage, and I have to say this shade LP03 is a very great match for my skin, but unfortunately after a couple of applications I did get a few odd balms here and there. For me with foundations, because I do have like a very sensitive acne prone skin, so I'm not mad at all. But if you can access slick makeup and you're into demi matte foundations, I really do recommend this product. The next items, I'm pretty sure they've been around forever as well. Let's start with the sleek makeup eyeshadow palette. This is the original palette, all shimmery shades except for this one black shade. And actually I applied the blues and the greens along my lash line today. In person actually it looks more green. Sleek eyeshadows, you can never go wrong. I do recommend the shimmery ones because they perform really well. With sleek shimmery shades, I never feel like I have to wet my brush at all. And the last sleek item that I want to share is one of their blushes in the shade Pixie Pink, which is like this bright pink. I remember years ago Lisa Eldridge created a video on like her all-time favorite makeup items, and she mentioned about like this one Chanel blush, similar shade like this, and it was being discontinued, but she managed to grab, you know, like tons of it. So when I first saw this blush and then I tried it on my face, it really reminded me of that Chanel blush that Lisa Eldridge loves. This is pigmented without being annoying, meaning that it's still very nice and very easy to blend, and I really do like and recommend sleek blushes. So last but not least, the item that I want to share to you, this is the only skincare, is the Matte Hippie Vitamin A Serum. This is only the second item that I tried from Matte Hippie. The first one being the famous vitamin C serum, but you know, I tried that like a couple years ago, but it ended up being too harsh for my skin, even though I really hope that it would work because it was like fragrance free and everything. So I decided to try this, but upon getting my husband to get this for me, I didn't know that this contained coconut oil in the middle of the ingredients list. But the claims and ingredients list look very interesting. We got aloe, oat beta-glucan, hyaluronic acid, with a lot of moisturizing ingredients. So I'm very excited to try this, but maybe not one of these days because I'm still recovering from my fungal acne. Still want to steer clear of anything oils in my skincare routine. So that will be all. Out of all the items that I shared today, if I had to choose favorites or the ones that I would recommend the most, I would say the eyeshadow palettes, especially the Sultry and Sleek Original, and also the blushes. As always, I hope this video has been helpful. I'll see you on my next video. Bye!